changes with you. When I think about the fact that there are folks in this country who want to take us back in time, not to 1950, not to 1850, but to the year 12, I'm tired of going through changes with you. And when I think about the fact that Donald Trump has proclaimed himself a king in everything but name, I'm tired of going through changes with you. And so I came here today, Johnson County, just to ask you, are you tired? Are you tired? Make me believe you. Are you tired? All right, so then we got work to do. And the work doesn't end by coming here. Oh, no. We got work to do all over this country. And the good thing is that when you get tired, the fact that you are here, when you get tired, it doesn't mean you sit down. It doesn't mean you take a nap. No. It means you get up, you get involved, you get engaged, you get in the fight, and you get into work. What I want you to know today is that the work to defend our democracy, to defend our community, to defend the rule of law, is not just in Washington, D.C. The sun does not rise and set on Washington, D.C. No, there is work to do here in Kansas and right here in Johnson County. In fact, the best, the most important way to defend the rule of law, to defend our shared values, to push back on Donald Trump and his authoritarian vision is to take action right here in Johnson County. Because this is a place where we can make sure that our local democracy is strong, healthy, inclusive, and resilient. We can take steps to make people's lives better in the here and now, and by doing that, we make it hard for creeping authoritarianism to creep into the room. Because the thing about authoritarianism, the thing about undermining the rule of law, is that it isn't just one person's decision or actions. No, in fact, it takes lots of people to go along with it. In this country, it takes lots of state and local governments to go along with it. To say to a would-be king, all right, we'll accept what you are proclaiming and we'll use our tools, our resources, our services, our policies, our budgets to help you do it. And so our job here in Johnson County is to make it clear that we are tired of going through changes with you, and we are going to make ding-dang sure that our local governments don't do anything to enable attacks on democracy. In fact, we're going to do everything we can to make sure that our democracy is stronger, not weaker, our communities more inclusive, not less, and that more people's voices are heard, not just one man's. And one critical way of doing that today is by defending voting rights. They are under attack all over this country, and even in a place like Johnson County, where we are known for high voter turnout, there are lots of barriers to eligible citizens getting to vote. So if you want to defend democracy, the rule of law, push back on Donald Trump, the single best way of doing it is to make sure that it is easier for every eligible citizen to vote. And that's where we need your help. Because right now, here in Johnson County, it is harder to vote than it should be. That is especially true for eligible citizens whose first language is not English. And there are thousands of such citizens here in Johnson County. They want to participate the same way they participate in our economy, our community, volunteer for military service at higher rates than anybody else. But the local election office here in Johnson County does not make one single solitary thing, not one piece of paper, available in any language other than English. And that makes it harder for eligible people to muddle their way through the process. Imagine trying to do all of that in a language that is not your first language. So we at the ACLU and some community partners, including most of the folks here today, we asked the Johnson County Election Commissioner to start making at least some materials, at least a piece of paper, available in a language other than English, starting but not ending with Spanish. Because it's the year 2025, and that shouldn't be too much to ask to make sure that more people can participate. And so when we asked the election commissioner to do that, we asked very nicely, very politely, very nice, very kind. The election commissioner told us to go jump in a lake and said it was, quote, deplorable to even ask. That's worth moving. And so that's why today I'm here asking for your help. There are folks around the crowd who have these signs. They have a QR code on them. I'd ask you to use that QR code. It helps you to sign a petition to let our local authorities know that no is not the right answer here. That we want to make it easier for eligible citizens to vote. That we want to make it easier for eligible citizens to vote regardless of their language fluency. Because you know what? The Constitution doesn't say that your rights are adhered to you only if you are perfectly flawless in English. If it did, a whole lot of powerful people would be thrown out of luck. The Constitution doesn't say that your rights attach only if it is convenient and easy and the answer that is pleasing to the election authorities. And so we ask you to sign that petition. We ask you to do it. I'm begging you to do it. Don't make me get down on my knees. I'm asking you to sign that petition to say you want to defend voting rights here in Johnson County. Now, you came here today because you are tired of going through changes with Donald Trump, and so am I. But the way that we stop being tired of his funky tail is by taking action at the local level. The way we do it is by strengthening the fibers of democracy against his attacks, strengthening the resolve of our local governments to say no when he comes calling, and to strengthen the bonds of our community. And so that's why we're asking you to do that. It is a way to defend democracy and to defend our rights. If we do that, if we get our local officials to respond, our local leaders to care about voting rights, then we can make first Johnson County, and then Kansas, and then America, a place where democracy reigns and not kings. A place where the rule of law reigns and not kings. A place where community reigns and not kings.